Mr. President, thank you very much indeed for talking to Al Jazeera. Now, it's widely accepted that the events of September the 11th have so far become the defining feature of your presidency. Just tell me, how did you feel when the Americans said to you you're either with them or against them?
Well, one didn't feel great, certainly, but the immediate response was, what is the interest of Pakistan? That was my immediate response. And when I saw that it tallied with American or Western interests, then decisions were much easier. The problem would have been if it didn't tally, if our national interests were in clash with the American or Western interests.
6 years on, though, did you ever think the so-called war on terror would still be raging?
Frankly, I didn't look that far ahead, and one didn't think that it will happen like this. One didn't think that Al-Qaeda, we had to deal with Al-Qaeda, and then it will transform into a fight against militant Taliban, and then the Taliban issue will further go into extremism and Talibanization, which are totally different, have totally different complexities. We didn't see this whole complexity of the problem that we are going to get into.
You mentioned the Taliban and Al-Qaeda there. Do you think the war on terror is being won? And what about events in your own backyard in Waziristan, for example?
No, in Pakistan we are very clear that we are winning. In that we started a four-pronged strategy. We are not confining ourselves to the military strategy alone. We launched a political side to it. We tried to wean away the population from the militants, and initially there was an immediate negative reaction from the media and many other Western countries. But the proof of our success is now, since the last 2 months, the same people with whom we reached deals are now with us attacking and killing the foreigners, the Al-Qaeda. And about over 300 of them have been killed. And they asked for military support, and we gave them artillery support. So this is a result of the political action that we took. And this has happened in South Waziristan, same replication of this action of the locals against the foreigners, which means Al-Qaeda. We are seeing initiation of the process there also in North Waziristan. And then we'll go on using the same thing, the same people who we have weaned away, the tribals, launching an actions against militancy. So this is the success of the political side. And then we have already we are launching the economic or the welfare developmental side, and we are reinvigorating the civil structure, the administrative structure. So it's a wholesome four-pronged strategy we've launched, and I think we'll succeed.
Okay, let's just stay with the Taliban for a second, because the Afghan government and President Hamid Karzai have accused Pakistan of giving support and refuge to the Taliban. What's your response to that?
Yes, there is support, there is refuge on our side, but that is all. But where are the Taliban? Who are the Taliban? They are Afghans based in Afghanistan, south and southeast, and it is much more than that now. Other than Taliban, it is non-Taliban who have joined them. For example, Gulbuddin Hikmatyar, who is a well-known figure internationally, is not a Taliban. So who is he fighting? Why is he fighting? So President Karzai must know that the issue is beyond militant Taliban. People are joining them. The proof being Gulbuddin Hikmatyar. So what he is trying to, the aspersion that he tries to cast on Pakistan is as if everything is happening from Pakistan. And we normalize in Pakistan, everything is hunky-dory in Afghanistan. Everything is wrong in Afghanistan. But support goes from here.
What's your relationship with Afghanistan? Are you friendly with Hamid Karzai?
I was very friendly. In fact, just a year and a half back, or year and a half back maybe, when he got elected, I went to congratulate him. And do you know what he said? He said everyone, and he named countries which I wouldn't like to name, was supporting his opponent. It is only Pakistan and my support that he became the president of Afghanistan. These are his words. And if you interview him, remind him of these words. And also that he came and was the chief guest at 23rd March parade, I think in 2004. Now, so excellent relations. But now, No, certainly, because he's trying to make a scapegoat of Pakistan
So the
for his
relationship
own
has soured.
follies.
So the relationship has soured, you're
Yes,
saying.
yes.
Okay. You're due to meet Hamid Karzai, I understand, in a week or so. What are you hoping will come out of that meeting against the backdrop of this souring relationship with Afghanistan?
Well, nothing bad will come out of it. Something good may come out of it. So it's always, it's always, as you said, that the relations have been soured.
What will you be
They
talking
can
about?
only improve. We are going to talk about mutual relations and these aspersions, these accusations against Pakistan. And I'm going to be very frank and blunt with him. So if at all we understand realities and we accept mutually whatever the realities are, we may be able to move forward in a better way.
Okay. Let's turn to another border issue, the long-running dispute over Kashmir. Where are you, Mr. President, in the peace process, and are you willing to make concessions over Kashmir?
Why should we make concessions? Why not India? It's going to be mutual. We have moved forward. We moved forward very well on CBMs, and the relations between India and Pakistan have never been so good. But we needed to move forward on conflict resolution. And in conflict resolution, the main conflict is Kashmir. We are making reasonably good progress on it. But when you say that, are you willing to make concessions? No, sir, not at all, not unilaterally, never. Whenever if you want to reach a compromise and a solution, it is to step back by both sides. So compromise is by both sides. And India has to be willing to step back. Pakistan has to be willing to step back.
Okay,
it won't be unilateral, never.
Didn't that relationship sour slightly after the Mumbai bombings last July, when the Indian Prime Minister Manmohan Singh accused Pakistan of supporting terrorist cells? So where does the relationship stand now? Are you friendly? Where does it stand?
We are very friendly. I think Prime Minister Manmohan Singh is very understanding, is a person with sincerity, is a genuine person, and that's what I like in him. And I think my relation with him is very good. As far as these accusations against Pakistan, these are unfortunate. Whenever any incident takes place, they immediately on the second day, their intelligence or their spokesman accuse Pakistan without any substantial intelligence.
So you categorically deny that
Certainly.
his accusations?
Even now, they don't have any proof of it. And we keep asking them to give us proof. So, and whoever is involved, whether I would like to go and say this, whether he's a person from Pakistan belonging to an organization in Pakistan or India, there are 18 insurgencies going on in India, in the east. And there are very dangerous trends within the Muslims of India, and they know it. There is an organization there in India which is raising its heads. So there are many possibilities. Anybody who has done that is a terrorist, and we consider him a terrorist also. So instead of accusing each other, let's coordinate intelligence and let's try to find out who did it, instead of immediately accusing. A lot of bomb attacks, a lot of incidents have taken place in Pakistan, and many times we get some indication that there is people from across the border involved. We don't accuse them without any substantiation. So I think this issue of accusing each other on terrorist attacks must not happen.
All right. Let's just talk about issues closer to home for a second, because many observers say that back home in Pakistan, you're treading a fine line between appeasing religious hardliners on the one hand and moderates on the other. Are you confident you're controlling extremism, or you are controlling extremism in Pakistan? Because many people say you're not.
These are statements made by people who don't understand the environment. We don't appease extremists, but there is a ground reality on which we base actions. Like, I wonder whether you're going to, when you're talking of extremists, are you going to come on to some incident in Islamabad of the Red Mosque, we call it the Lal Masjid, where the situation there happens to be there are about 2,500 women there, and there are about 800 men there, indoctrinated, ready for suicide attack. Now, if this be the case, if we go and do action, what will be the result? A lot of killing. So therefore, if at all a political resolution is possible, that they lay down their arms and give up this extremism, and we don't have to resort to force. That is the best course of action. So we are trying all possible courses of action, and then of course the force action is also always available. So why I gave this example, in many such incidents there is an environment involved, and in that environment you don't want to take action which will precipitate a response
from either one
from
side.
all the religious groups.
Okay.
You don't want to alienate all the religious groups of Pakistan. This is a dangerous trend. This must never be done. There is a religious feelings within the population of Pakistan. Now don't do something where you alienate the entire religious lobby and put them against yourself. They're giving sympathy to the extremists. So you have to be very careful in deciding on what action you are taking in what environment.
Okay, let's just talk about the elections in Pakistan that are due to be held later this year. Will they happen, and will they be free and fair?
Absolutely, they'll be free and fair, and absolutely they will happen.
Because didn't you broke a pledge earlier that you'd step down as head of the army in 2005. So do you think Pakistanis are going to believe you this time around?
Well, they must believe. They will believe. They believe me. I think Pakistanis, the one of my positive strengths is they think I always speak the truth. On this issue, yes, I took the whole nation into confidence when I said, yes, I am going back on my word. But that going back on the word was allowed constitutionally and legally.
But you changed the constitution there.
No, I didn't. In accordance with the constitution, I was voted by the assemblies with a 2/3 majority that I can be the president with uniform till the end of 2007. But I had promised yes, because I had certain ideas of doing that. But when I saw what is happening in our region, what is happening internationally, what is happening domestically, I thought there is a requirement for the sake of Pakistan to have unity of command over all elements of political, bureaucracy and military.
Okay, but do you think it's time, though, if it's a free and fair election, unhindered, do you think it's time that you hang up your military uniform and run as a civilian president? Would you like to do that?
We'll decide it when the time comes, and the time will come at the end of 2007. We will hold the elections, and during the elections, I will be in uniform.
So you haven't made up your mind then yet?
After that, I haven't made up my mind after that. But till the elections, I have made up my mind. I will be in uniform because the assemblies have allowed me this to remain in uniform till the end of 2007.